Morning, KW Southwest. How is everybody? Let's get rolling. We have an interesting time thing we need to juggle here. So, all right, today's team meeting is a little bit different. So we want to rock and roll. So just to get you guys updated, we're gonna have a special guest. You want to turn me down just a little bit? I know people love hearing me, but maybe it's just a little loud.
Just don't talk so loud.
Yeah, I have a problem with that talking loud. Yeah, that seems to be a work in progress. All right, so we're gonna navigate this a little bit differently today as people are getting in here. Okay, Chad's actually gonna interview an individual, or we're gonna have an individual that he knows pretty well that's gonna pour into us today. He's based out of Florida, St. Pete's, Florida. I believe he's a team leader, and he's got an incredible story. So he's actually gonna join us today through Zoom. And this is actually, even though it doesn't feel like it, is a conjunction team meeting with us and Signature. So Signature also is having their own meeting right now at this minute, but when we jump on that, we're all going to be on it. Okay, so just FYI. So that's going to be pretty cool. So let's get going. Let's get going with our meeting. And I don't have my cool little toy. Where is it? Yeah.
I thought it was up there.
Awesome. Well, let's start with who's got something good to share. Who's got something good? Where's everybody today? We have no idea where the clicker went. We lost it. Who's got something good? Oh, Vamshi's got something good. Here we go.
I was out on a vacation.
Hold on. Oh, everybody wants to hear about your vacation. Come on.
Okay, you don't want to know about my vacation. I had a very good vacation.
Okay, tell me about your vacation.
Oh, we went to Sedona, did some off-roading and kayaking. Sedona, yeah. But that was fun.
Yeah.
The best part is, again, me and Gloria closed on our second land deal this Monday.
Awesome. Good job, guys. That's awesome. There we go. We found it.
On my listing, like I am expecting an offer. We had a listing last week. So in the stock market, any offer is accepted. So that's something good.
Okay. Sounds good. Are we seeing a few things seeing some activity pick up?
Yeah, definitely. Sure are. Yes.
Yeah, we sure are. Love it. Love it. Who else got something good? Right there. Tamika's got something.
So I had someone to contact me regarding my listing for a rental property. And I actually talked to her about getting pre-approved. So we went through the pre-approval process and we are under contract.
Awesome.
So instead of her doing a rental, she gets her own.
Oh, look at that. Love that. I love that. You're good at that. Who else got something good? Sherry's always got something good. What you got?
Right after the meeting, I'm going to take another listing.
All right. Yeah, it's mic drop, short and sweet. Where's the listing? Okay.
A 3-story single dwelling.
Okay.
Right under 2,900 square feet.
Wow, look at that. 3-story single dwelling energy corridor. Too bad. I'm sure we're muted at the Signature office right now. That's somebody you probably want to share that with them. Love it. Love it. Oh, did you have something good to share? You took the mic, right? I thought.
The mic was handed to me. I was actually talking to her.
Oh, okay.
I do.
Right,
I'm taking 2 listings either tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
I put a listing up last week in Lake Jackson on my street. 340,000 for a 3,800 square foot house on a bayou with a pool. So I listed that last week, but tomorrow or today, I'll be putting up a property in Brazoria on a waterfront with 7 vacant lots.
Oh.
And then the other one is in Angleton. It's a property, house, a single family residence along with 3 lots. And so.
Awesome. Love it. Look at that. Look at that. Remind me again what you've been doing on Thursdays. Oh, okay. I just was throwing that in there. Oh, no coincidence. I was just throwing that in there. All right. Cool. Awesome. I love it. Anybody else? We're good?
This is Brandy. I'm online.
Oh, let's go, Brandy. What you got?
Keeping up with the listing theme that everybody else is going with. I won't go into all the details, but I do have 4 listings coming up. 2 are in Sugarland and Crescent Lakes, 1 in Houston, Alief ISD area, and then 1 in Pearland. So all of those will be active within the next week and a half. So that being said, if anybody's looking to help host open houses in the next few weeks, hopefully we don't need them that long, but just give me a call.
I love it. I love it. Remind me what you've been doing on Thursdays too?
I've been being bold.
Oh my goodness. Look at that thing. I love it. I love it. Good job. Awesome. Look out for those open houses, guys, if you're looking for open house opportunities. Okay, let's keep rolling so we can get moving because I'm sure Chad's going to come calling in just a second. Are we good here? Okay, do we have, okay, let's get our lunch sponsors in. Let's do that. Awesome. Barrett Financial Group. There we go. There's people on Zoom, so it's fine. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Good morning. Thank you very much for allowing Ashley and myself to be here today. Ashley and I are loan originators here in the greater Houston area, and we represent Barrett Financial. One thing that I will say that we like to pride ourselves and set ourselves apart is that we're a broker. So we're not loyal to one lender. We're loyal to the lender that has the best deal for our client. With over 150 different lenders at our disposal and lots of different QM and non-QM products, there is no reason for a deal to be lost. And as a broker, one thing we really appreciate is that we have lower fees and our rates are lower than the retail institution because we don't have that markup built in there. But we have a brief slide presentation that just like Ashley to touch on as well.
All righty. Thank you so much, Norman. The clicker? Excellent. Which one goes for this one? Okay, perfect. All righty. Here's our information as well. We do have some business cards on site as well. But thank you once again for having us. We were founded in 2002, and something that we really, really pride ourselves on is that we have a situation or like an answer or a product or solution for every scenario, right? So if you have someone that's a foreign national, we work with them. We work with I-10 borrowers. If you have someone that needs down payment assistance, we do the research on our end to see what programs are out there, see if there's any grants or anything that we can provide to them, right? We also do, we cater to investors. We do DSCR loans. We do bank statement loans. There's really a lot that we offer, and there's very little scenarios in which Frank said that the deal should not close, right? Also, I do want to mention that, you know, whenever I was purchasing my house, Frank happened to be my broker. And so what I really liked about Frank's approach is that he was very educational with it. Whenever he provided me the loan estimate, we went through line by line and he explained every single fee. And that's something that whenever you're mortgage shopping, like it could honestly be a little bit daunting, right? Because mortgages are a bit of an enigma, so to speak. And that's something that we really pride ourselves on, is just really prioritizing the customer, right? It shows in our reviews as well. We have excellent ratings. We have great client testimonials and everything from really happy clients that we've been able to serve as well. What to expect, frequent updates. The numbers that you saw or the contact information that you'll see on our business cards and that you saw in the beginning of the presentation, those are our numbers, right? You're not getting directed to like some generic line or anything. Whenever you call that number, you're speaking directly to me or you're speaking directly to Frank, which is a huge advantage as well. We always pick up the phone. If we can't pick up the phone because we're on with another client, we'll text you right away and we'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can. We are licensed in all 49 states. The only one that we're not is in New York, but we are working on that as well, which is really nice. We partner with over 160 lenders. So when we say that we could probably find the solution for you, then we absolutely mean it. Regardless of the scenario, which is really awesome. And our team is available 7 days a week. You reach out on a Sunday, you're going to be talking to me on a Sunday, which is really nice as well, right? It just never stops, which is really, really nice for us as well. Here are some of the loan options that fit your client's needs. You know, just the run-of-the-mill typical ones like FHA, conforming VA, but then again, some of those really unique scenarios like bank statement, investor loans, reverse mortgages, all that good stuff. So we really have a really long list of stuff that we can provide to your borrowers as well. And yeah, and this is our information again. Another fun fact about Frank and I is we both used to work at Apple. And what I mean to say by that is that we're really dedicated to the customer journey. We're really great with working under pressure, right? Tight deadlines. Barrett's average clear to close was about 12 days, which is really, really quick. And yeah, we're really great at, you know, removing obstacles, finding solutions for your clients, and things of that sort as well. Does anyone have any questions as to anything we're going to offer? Does anyone have any scenarios they'd like to bring up or anything?
I have a question. If you could please go back to the last slide, the one showing the, yes, thank you. I had to do a screenshot. Thanks.
Yeah, and we can get this information out to your leadership team and sharing it out there. I was looking around the room here. One of your colleagues, let's see here. I was texting with her, Jamie Castings. I've had the pleasure to work with Jamie on several deals and transactions for the past. So if you're looking for some kind of verification, is this guy legit? Just ask Jamie. I think she closes.
Great, perfect. Absolutely, she's on our ALC. Absolutely, great.
Absolutely. Well, cool.
All right.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
for
you
your
guys.
time.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you for lunch as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, quick. We got a couple of minutes. That's perfect. I can go through upcoming events. Don't forget, while we're at it, Six Personal Perspectives is next Tuesday. All right, time's coming close. If you have registered, I'm actually today's the first email that's gonna go out that's gonna give you a link to the material so you can start working on that. I highly recommend that you print it out, double-sided black and white. If you haven't used your 200 prints for the month, great way to do that. And so that link will go out today. That way you can get all of that sorted. Also, there's about a 4-minute video that you need to watch. So you can get that going because that's how we kind of start Six Personal Perspectives out right on the right foot. I've got about 45 registered right now, so we do have a few more spots still. Highly recommend that you get in there and register that. There are flyers around the QR with QR codes around the office. It's in our Facebook group. You will see another email and text go out. And Norman, of course, right in time has got the QR code also on the screens for you, those of you that are on Zoom and in here. Again, I highly, highly recommend it. Market is picking up. You want that jump start in your business. What's the difference between individuals that are getting mediocre results and the ones that are higher achievers? Well, it boils down to these 6 perspectives, and that's what we'll dive into, okay? So I'm looking forward to seeing you all on that day. Shredding Hunger is coming up. Love this event. It's a great way for you guys to take the opportunity to lead generate. Now I am the better looking one up here. April 26th is when it's coming up. I will hand it over.
All right, April 26th, we're getting together. It's going to be right here. We've got trucks coming right here at 1650 Highway 6. Thank you. We're not in Suite 350. We're going to be in the parking lot. So don't bring your stuff up. So you're going to come through. It's going to be a great little drive-through experience. 5 minutes for your clients, right? You drop off your paper, you drop off your canned goods. It all goes to East Fort Bend Human Needs Ministry. So a huge, huge help to your community. Okay. So if you are not already putting this out there, you are failing.
Ooh,
so
ouch.
Go out there. You're going to use this. Tell all of your clients, right? It's right after tax day. So they're going to have a ton of stuff to shred that they don't want. It's personal information, right? So make sure that they understand that. We also have a video. So if you scan that QR code, sign up for a time slot. I'll make sure you get the video that you can send out to all of your clients, put it on your social media, blast it everywhere. Okay. This is for you guys. This is your event. So make it your event. Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks,
And let's be clear on what he's referring to as far as what Brad's referring to as far as time slots. We also do need agent volunteers out here to kind of help with the shredding documents and receiving the donations. It's a lot of fun out here. We have a good time.
Yeah. So while you're out here, you're also creating that content, creating that social media buzz. So when there's time slots, it's 10:30 to 11:30 and 11:30 to 1, right? Awesome. Very, very minimal time commitment for maximum profit, maximum value, right? And making a huge impact in those that can't make an impact for themselves.
Cool.
So sign up. We'll see
Thank
you
you,
guys
buddy.
there.
Appreciate it. All right, come on. What you got for us? Oh, still the better looking one up here. All right, what you got?
You just make it so hard some days. All right. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Are y'all sure y'all are good? Y'all sound hungover like I was. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm commandeering next Wednesday for field day. So we're going to kidnap all of you guys and take y'all outside. And we're just going to enjoy and bond together. We're going to put you guys on teams and do a couple of activities. So we're looking at doing some tug of war, some relay races, just have some kid-like fun, no real estate. Yeah, and maybe you could throw a water balloon at the mesh if you feel like it.
I thought the leadership team's going to lunch. I thought we had that afternoon off.
I don't know who told y'all that. It's during team meeting, so same time as team meeting.
It is our team meeting.
It is
for
our
next
team
week.
meeting. It's here. Yes, scan the QR code. Please sign up. It's really small.
Oh, I get it, for the teams bit?
Yeah, for team bits. And then please leave in the comment section, because we were told that some of y'all are a little elder and have some elderly needs.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, I will make some adjustments, or I'll put some flyers
Make
out
some
around your doors.
adjustments. Yeah.
Again, I didn't call y'all elderly. Yana did. Yana called y'all geriatric. I did not. So yes, she said that y'all were of the elder
All right, let's
crowd.
roll.
And so that we want to make sure that you guys, if you want to not partake in the full physical activities, just make us know so we can set some activities aside for you guys. If you want to participate in the physical activities or not. So if you don't, just put senior and we'll just leave it.
That was perfect. So so don't put senior. Let's
Don't
go.
put senior.
Yeah. All right, White
All
Peak
right.
Summit, you have like 10 seconds.
I get it. All right. No, this is from your team leader.
Come on, let's go. Roll. Summit.
Okay, I gotta move on, guys. All right, so KWYP Summit. I just got off an amazing cruise with amazing YP people. And so we were able to network and mastermind on a cruise as well. And this time we're going to Chicago and we're going to do the same thing. So for those of you guys who didn't get the chance to go to family reunion and you don't plan to go to Mega Camp, Summit is a great opportunity to get that in as well. And it's a little cheaper, starting for non-YP members at $150. And then for YP members, I think it's $125.
Cool.
So yeah.
See Brandon for more info. All right. Oh, you have a Greg thing. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm the Greg today.
Okay, let's
Next
go.
slide. Marketing survey. If you want particular marketing classes, you need to take the survey. So scan it.
Or services.
Yeah, let Greg know what kind of classes you want him to teach, okay? Next.
Yep, gotcha.
So don't forget, you have complimentary listing materials. Scan this and next slide. So there's an easy button, request listing marketing materials. Did y'all know that? Y'all didn't know that, did y'all? Huh? Y'all didn't know y'all have what is complimentary? It's no cost, right? They will do this for you. Next slide, please. Okay, here's what they do. Next slide, please.
Oh yeah, here we go.
You have intro content. This is for you to market yourself once you're a brand new agent here with us, and you can just market yourself. Just
Or
let everybody.
rebranding and reintroduction. Anybody
Yeah.
can do it.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Next
I
slide,
didn't think
let's
about
go.
that. Next slide. There's some of your marketing materials here. Next slide.
Cool.
Okay, you get this material
In your email.
emailed to you. It's just shareable content. It's for every month, twice a month sometimes, maybe 3 times a month.
Mhm.
So next
Next
slide.
slide.
If you need it, when you scan that, just go to the request a listing marketing materials. If you didn't get this, next slide. You can also go to Agent Marketing Desk over here at All Agents right under listings. Okay, and you can see it, no cost to you.
Cool. Look at that. Oh, I'm up. Well, I'm not up. Chad's up. Let's go. Let's roll with Chad.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, look at that. I knew.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We're gonna switch. you
Yes,
over
it's
here in just a
right
second.
on time at 11:23. We were supposed to start at 11:20. Good job.
You can play Norman and Brandon. That was their fault.
Okay, great. I have a treat for you, Ryan. Are you on? Can you hear me?
Yes, you're good. You're good, Chad. Go.
Okay, we're great. Got a great speaker today. Ryan is a team leader in St. Pete, Florida. He has a lot of youthfulness, if you've heard, and he's going to share a little bit of a talk. I've coached him on this. He's working on it. He's a breath of fresh air. He's going to give you a really unique perspective, and he's actually speaking in front of a large audience with this in St. Pete. And then today I said, why don't you share it with us? And so you can ask him some great questions and give him some great feedback along the way, but you're going to enjoy it. Ryan, you ready?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Chad.
All right, take it away. It's all yours.
Appreciate that. First, I want to give a big shout out to Chad because he's been a phenomenal coach. I've had the honor of sitting with Chad 30 minutes a week for over the last year, and definitely wouldn't be here where I'm at today without him. And so today, Chad asked me to present my talk that I'll be doing next Thursday at a Mahaffey Theater. Netflix specials are filmed there. There's a local moving company that's putting on this large event, probably 1,000+ people. And I've been asked to speak, and this is the largest audience I'll ever speak in front of. So today I asked for grace because this is the first time that I'm formally presenting this. But I'll take all the feedback, as this will be kind of a practice session for me. And I think there's going to be great stuff in it for you today. When I read this earlier to my sister, I shed an own tear of myself. So it's pretty moving and pretty new way of thinking about leadership. So I have two titles for this, and maybe you guys can help me figure out what we want to call it. So I have one title, Quantum Love, the energy that moves everything, and Quantum Leadership, unlocking infinite possibilities through love and curiosity. Did you know your heart sends more signals to your brain than your brain sends to your heart? Let that sink in, because I believe when we connect our hearts and our brains, we unlock something profound. We unlock leadership, not the title, not the position, but true leadership. The ability to move people, to shift outcomes, to shape the future, and most importantly, lead ourselves. To do this, I want to introduce a concept called quantum love, the energy that moves everything. Because love, when understood, not just emotionally, but energetically, is the single most powerful force for transformation in leadership and in life. Let me walk you through a journey today, my own story, a few universal truths, and how the principles of quantum physics are not just for scientists, they're for leaders, they're for you. As Gary Keller once said, in a universe this big, how could you think small? Let's expand the way we lead, the way we love, and the way we live. Before we get into the science and spirituality, let me share a bit of where this all started for me. Like many of you, I didn't start out understanding any of this. I didn't grow up with any of this language. Actually, I grew up riding the short bus. No, really. I was placed in a made-up grade between kindergarten and first grade called pre-first because I was behind in development. I struggled with the process like other kids. Quick show of hands. Anyone ever feel like they've been behind in something? Well, me too. And that kid, I'm the one that's speaking in front of you today. But I persevered because of two things: love and curiosity. My parents had me very young, which meant I was raised by a village. Great aunts, uncles, and grandparents who stepped in to fill the gaps. My sister and I spent summers in Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, a small rural town with more horse and buggies than traffic lights. But out there, the skies were dark and the stars were bright, and I became obsessed with space. My uncle and I even built a telescope out of wood together that stood about 4 feet tall, just as tall as I was at the time. And we would stare at the moon and Saturn's rings. You could see craters inside of craters inside of craters on the moon. This thing was remarkable for being homemade. And I started to ponder these questions. What else is out there? How far does it go? What does infinite really mean? Why are we here? Take a second. What was something that sparked your curiosity as a kid? Think about it. The curiosity I had for the stars became the foundation for the curiosity I carry for life. Albert Einstein said, "I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious." As I come from a family full of love and curiosity, my dad, a MacGyver type, the family handyman, I swear he could fix anything with a wire hanger and duct tape. His name, Bill, he always said, "Where there's a Bill, there's a way." What I took out of that? Infinite possibilities. My mom always said, "Ryan, it's not what you know, it's who you know." And I learned that she was only half right, because it's not who you know, it's how you connect with them. It's the energy between you. It's the love, the curiosity, the shared resonance that turns people into allies and networks into communities. Leadership is not transactional, it's energetic. After high school, I enlisted in the Air Force. I became an aircraft mechanic. It gave me structure, discipline, purpose. But when I got out, I entered entrepreneurship with my dad. We built an e-commerce business that fueled my curiosity about business, where I furthered the curiosity to attend Temple University, where I earned a degree in entrepreneurship and innovation management. This was my first leap into uncertainty, my first dance with possibility. And then, for many of us, came COVID. I was alone, living in Center City, Philadelphia. Heartbroken and isolated, I turned inward. I started meditating, journaling, practicing yoga, not once, but twice a day. I discovered Sam Harris, who launched a meditation app called Waking Up. Sam is a neuroscientist and spent time in silent retreat meditating, where he now helps fill the gaps between science and the spirituality of meditation. And the most profound question that has unlocked my mind that Sam asks is, look for the one who is looking. And in that stillness, I found self with a capital S. Now that you know where I came from, let's zoom in. Let's look at a quantum level of reality, where things get weird, but also wildly inspiring. Let me introduce a few ideas. In the quantum world, the very small, a particle, an electron, a photon, etc., doesn't just exist in one state. Until it is observed, it exists in all possible states. Mind-blowing, I know, it's hard to understand, but we're going to do our best here. The easiest way I've understood this is that think about a computer. In case you didn't know, a computer processes information in bits, a 0 or a 1. A quantum computer uses something called a qubit. It is a combination of 0 and 1. Like a light dimmer switch in your home, it can be a combination of both. Now, in order for us to create this, scientists have to create something called a superposition, where they have to make a place so cold that it's the coldest place in the universe to be able to measure this. And if it were to heat up, it actually knocks it out of superposition and turns it into a 0 or 1. I know it's confusing. The smartest brains in the world do not understand this, and I'm not proclaiming to understand this either. But we get the concepts. What this means is that your future, it's not fixed. It exists in multiple possibilities. Let me ask you, as a leader, how many times have you faced a decision where multiple paths seemed possible? See, leadership at its core is about holding possibility. Great leaders don't react to what is. They hold space for what could be. They choose. They observe a future worth having and bring it into existence through action. Your thoughts are quantum. Your choices are the observer effect. Your focus collapses the wave of potential into single reality. So ask yourself, what future are you observing? So let's go over the observer effect. In quantum physics, the act of observing changes the observed. So leadership's the same way. But before we dive into science, let me pause and ask you this. Have you ever had a moment where you watched yourself? Like you were in the middle of saying something or doing something, and there was that quiet part of you going, why are you doing that? That's not you. It's like that strange split where one part of you is reacting and another part of you is observing. That observer, that is what the sacred text from ancient India, the Bhagavad Gita, calls the self with a capital S. In the story, Krishna, who is a manifestation of God, is talking to Aruna, a warrior, who's frozen on the battlefield, paralyzed by doubt, fear, responsibility. Krishna says, you are not your fear. You are not your emotion. You are the one who watches all of it. Lead from there. That changed everything for me because I realized leadership doesn't start when you get a title. Leadership starts the moment you recognize you're always observing yourself because you are a leader of yourself. And the quality of that observer, whether it's aware, grounded, intentional, determines your actions. Now, back to a moment in history of being alone and doing yoga to find myself in Philadelphia, I decided that I needed to fill my adrenaline cup. I started skydiving, and it turns out meditation helped because when you're standing in the door of an airplane at 13,000 feet above the ground, fear comes up, even after 51 jumps. But fear is just a thought, and that thought is like traffic on a highway. You can watch them pass by. You don't have to get in the car. That's quantum awareness. That's emotional regulation. That's self-leadership. Now, I know what you're thinking, possibly. Cool spiritual stuff, but what does this have to do with quantum mechanics? So stay with me. In quantum physics, there's something called the observer effect. We hinted at it earlier. It says that when we observe a particle, just to look at it, it changes. It chooses a state. You can go watch a YouTube video about the dual slit experiment, and this will maybe further explain it. It's like reality is waiting for us to decide what we want it to be. That blew my mind because it's not a metaphor. It's science. Consciousness shapes outcomes. Think about that. If the simple act of observation changes the matter that makes up the universe, then what happens when we start observing our own thoughts, our own behaviors, and our own habits? We change. And when we change, everything else follows. So here's what I've learned, and I want to share with you today. If you want to lead a team, a family, a business, or a movement, you have to first lead yourself. And to lead yourself, you have to observe yourself. Not judge, not shame, just observe. The third quantum principle I want to go over is called entanglement. Quantum entanglement shows us that particles can be deeply connected even when separated by great distances. They mirror each other. Einstein called this spooky action at a distance. The smartest man that we know of called this spooky action at a distance. It's bizarre, but yet sounds familiar. It should. Raise your hand if you've ever thought about someone and then they called or texted you. I'm sure that's happened to you. It happened to me today. That's entanglement. That's quantum love. And when we lead from love, we entangle with those we serve. We show up differently. We connect energetically. We are not just leading people. We are leading quantum souls. And the love is the signal that connects us. So let's bring this back to biology for just a moment, because quantum isn't just out there in space. It's in you. Your heart isn't just a pump. It's a neural network with over 40,000 neurons. Scientists now call this the heart brain. It communicates with your brain through the vagus nerve, a superhighway of information that sends emotional and intuitive signals upward. That gut feeling, that tug in your chest, it's real. It's electrical signals. It's measurable. Your heart's electromagnetic field is the most powerful in the body. It's 60 times stronger than your brain. When you walk into a room, you sense a vibe. You're literally picking up someone else's field. That's leadership. That's resonance. That's energy. That is why leading from your heart isn't soft. It's the most sophisticated form of strategy that we have. So how do we bring this home? Let's simplify. We talked about superposition. Your future holds infinite possibilities. Choose with intention. We talked about entanglement. You are deeply connected to others. So lead with presence. And the observer effect. Your thoughts shape your world. Observe them with love. We are not static. We are not stuck. We are not confined by yesterday. We are in motion. We are evolving. And when we lead with love, we become mirrors for others. We give them permission to evolve too. That is quantum leadership. And it doesn't start in your mind. It starts in your heart, because your heart sends more signals to your brain than your brain sends to your heart. And I believe that is the heart that leads the leader. One final thought, put this all in perspective. We're all flying through space right now on a giant rock going 1,000 miles per hour. Think about that for a second. That alone should fill you with wonder. You are here, you are conscious, you are capable of love, and you are powerful, but only if you choose to observe the future worth creating, only if you choose to entangle with the people who lift you, and only if you lead from the place that truly knows the way, your heart. So I ask you, are you leading with love? Because love is the energy that moves everything. Thank you.
All right. Pretty good, right? That's excellent. Okay, Ryan, let me put you on the spot. He says, these are my own words. I'm not as smart as Ryan. He's youthfulness. How you think matters, right? And it matters a lot. And we all come with a lot of programming. So Ryan, how do you be intentional if you've been maybe capped on your thinking and the possibility, and you maybe had some programming, usually comes where? From the address that we grew up from. So how do we unlock that what would you do intentionally on a daily basis to really help you unlock your thinking?
I'm glad you asked that question, and that's why this is only 93% done, because I have to add that in there, a little actionable item for you all. And it's sitting in silence and reflecting. It's being the observer. It's sitting with yourself so quiet that you can ask yourself the question and say, I need to look for who's looking. Because when you sit in silence and you get quiet with yourself, you can tap into that pure potentiality that you have. That is infinite. That is that quantum state. And so it's meditation. It's meditation for me. I wouldn't be able to even speak on this if it wasn't for meditation.
And you do that every day.
Every day.
What happens when you get to that first thought that's not good and you observe that it's not good? How do you replace it?
Well, it's not about replacing it, Chad. It's about what asking yourself the question, where did it come from and where does it go?
Yeah.
Because just like observing cars on a highway, if we were standing on a bridge watching traffic go by, if we're observing the traffic go by, we're doing good. It's when we realize that we're in the car flying down the highway that we're identifying with thought. And so it's being able to take that moment to come back to our breath, feel our heartbeat, and come back to the bridge to watch the car go by instead of riding inside of it.
What do you say to the people who think this is a little airy-fairy and a little soft? What's your thoughts on that?
I could ask them why 7 times, and I bet you we could find out that their big why is all attached to love.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, in scripture, it says, some Proverbs, by the way, it says, guard your heart because it's the wellspring of life. A lot of quantum in this, what we heard. That's how it resonates to me. So how do you guard your heart?
Yeah, well, it's I think the awareness is first, right? And watching the energy. I mean, energy is around us all over. No area, like that's science. And so for me, I love that you brought up scripture, Chad, because, you know, we're at a God family, then business company. And there was for a while that I struggled with the thought of God because I like to be science-based. And now through my this discovery of quantum, and hey, by the way, I'm using AI to discover this quantum physics. I don't understand this. No one does. Right. But because of that, I'm now able to connect it to and say that space that we don't understand about quantum, that's God to me. And I can now relate to scripture in a way that I've never been able to relate to before because of there's this still gap in science. And we know exactly where the gaps are. So protecting the heart for me is just awareness of what's the energy around me and putting awareness, little like attention. Like if you guys are sitting right now in the room, do you realize that you're sitting? Do you feel that your butt cheeks are on a seat? Now put that awareness into your heart. Do you feel your heart pumping? I would say 99.9% of the time throughout the day, we do not.
All right. Final thoughts. You just opened it up to AI. What's your thoughts on our AI in the future? Unscripted. Just tell us. What do you think? Especially when it pertains to real estate.
Okay, so because of that, if I'm able to unpack and the hardest concepts of the universe, which is quantum physics with AI, what can that do for your real estate business, which is not brain surgery? It's here, it's not going anywhere. And the line, I've watched conferences that happen on an international level, and they say you either AI or die. As a company, even on a country level, that we have to adapt it because you can just achieve so much more efficiently with it. So it's going to continue to evolve, and it's happened quickly, even since Chad and I started to talk about it months ago. I think this is the new age of the internet in the 2000s.
Yes. Yeah. So you're embracing it. You got a question? What are you reading on that? Yeah. What's some good books that you would recommend?
On what topic?
Any of the things that you covered today.
Okay.
With some things, what? How did you connect the dots from quantum physics to love? Is it something you read? You heard somebody speak?
Yeah.
Where did it?
Yep. Okay. I got books for you. I'm going to go. Okay. First one is, and you can't see my, let's see if you can see this. This is the 4 agreements. So if you've read the 4 agreements, or if you haven't, you absolutely need to. And the follow-up to that book is called The Mastery of Love. And that book is mainly about how to love yourself, and connecting it to light, which Einstein's theory with light and everything, it all connects. I've come from this place of science and then connecting it with spirituality. And who does it the most beautiful is Deepak Chopra, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. That book really brings it all together. And he even mentions quantum in that book.
Yeah, several have read it in this room. Okay.
There's another author, her name is Pam Rout, and the topic is very similar, but it's To me, it's in layman's terms, and she gives.
Who's the author again?
Pam Grout.
Pam Grout is another recommendation of an author.
Okay, I haven't heard of her.
Real world examples, like, okay, this week you're gonna do this exercise.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, any other questions? Southwest, you can pipe into. Any other got final questions or thoughts? We're gonna finish it up at each location. How did Ryan do? Pretty good? Yeah, he's doing it kind of like a TED Talk. It's like a TED Talk, and he's doing it to 1,000. And this is something he's really honing in. And I said, it'll be a win for my market centers. Let's tap you in. And at the same time, if you got any feedback, how he could tweak it, he's all open to it. Well, I will say this about Ryan, what to do it is, he's coachable. My question to you, are you coachable? He's learning based, right? And he is open to the possibilities of what's out there. And we are not restricted in any element. This is a life by design. You design it. Mastery of Love. Who's the author?
Don Miguel, I think.
Okay, got it. Cool. Okay. All right.
Awesome.
Ryan, very good. A lot of
Thanks,
fun.
Chad. Thanks, everyone.
We can't wait to hear it. He's going to record this when he's speaking, and he'll send it out again. And you got a little glimpse to it. So the honor and privilege to listen to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate all of you. Grateful. Thanks, Chad.
All right, are we muted with it? Awesome. How was that? All right, locally, any feedback or any comments or any ahas? I'm probably not muted at Signature. I don't know. Are we? Huh? Well, that's their problem. They'd rather listen to me anyway, right? All right. Any ahas or feedback or what you got from that? You've heard me say it before. I can stay here all day. Come on, one person. Don't be shy. Oh, Sherry. Oh, absolutely. We can use the mic. Keep going. You can start.
Focuses me that real estate is relationships, and you can call it the heart. People that you connect to, the people that you connect to the most are most likely to be your forever client, is the way that I put it.
Sure.
Because we connect at such an emotional level.
Yeah.
You can call it love, you can call it a deep like.
Yeah.
But it definitely works.
Absolutely. Yeah. A lot of times this is an emotional business, is it not? Emotional and relationship based. Even in commercial, believe it or not. Awesome. Well, I do know that was a slightly different method that we used today. I hope you guys got something out of it. He's a pretty powerful speaker, and he's got a journey that's pretty awesome and great to share. I've got a lot of questions for him too that I would love to have a one-on-one with him later. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was slightly different. Next week will be slightly different as well. So start stretching now. Okay. And if we can get our allied resource partners up here to share what info they have today, that'd be awesome.
Morning. Again, I'm Deborah McGuire with Orbit Title downstairs, super convenient. And I really only have one thing to say today. I have challenged myself to schedule 3 coffees with 3 of you guys before I leave here today. And I just want to share, I don't bite, and don't run for me if I start walking towards you. And I really just want to get to know you and get to know your business. And that is it. So make it a great week.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It's Eduardo with Reliant. I just wanted to give a little quick reminder. One of the things that I can help you guys out with is temporary service for electric. So anytime you or your clients need electricity service for maybe a day, a week, a month, I deal with a lot of agents who need those type of services, and wanted to remind you guys that I am able to help out with temporary services. And once you do it with me one time, everything after that is pretty simple. You just text me and we can set it up, and it's pretty easy for you guys. So I just wanted to set that reminder. But other than that, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Eduardo.
Good afternoon, guys. Matthias with Home USA Mortgage. Hey, I wanted to touch base a little bit. I'm sure you've heard the buzz around town regarding FHA loans. Who has heard anything new with FHA loans? Big change that's happening here in the next month. Okay, so FHA announced that they will no longer be accepting FHA loans for people that aren't permanent residents, right? So this is a huge change, kind of a big announcement that was made by the government that they're going to potentially stop doing that for people that are not permanent residents, right? So this is not to potentially scare anybody away. We can still potentially make it happen up until that date until May 25th. After that, unfortunately, we can no longer do FHA loans if you're not a permanent resident. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. DACA, anybody who's not a permanent resident, if you're in a visa, H-1, whatever the case may be, FHA loans will no longer they will not be eligible for it. However, conventional loans are, okay? So that's not to say that we can't potentially help these clients. It's just to say that, hey, if you have some clients that you're working with and you know they're FHA, it'd be good to know what status they are to kind of put a, sense of urgency behind them and to potentially get them under contract as soon as possible. Yes. Nothing happens to them. It stays the same way. Yeah. So they're not going to be hounded or anything like that. It's just going forward after May 25th. We can't do it for DACA recipients. Or those are kind of the big one, right? So that's the big one. And even folks that come here with visas. But again, there's solutions to this, but this is just kind of gives you a little bit of sense of urgency as to put some fire under those that if you do have pre-approval for that are within those guidelines. So. All right. Thank you for your time.
Awesome. Thank you, Matthias. Go ahead, Susan.
Hello, everyone. I am Sharon Gazowski, along with my husband, Josh Gazowski. We are your husband and wife team, proudly representing Fidelity Home Warranty. At Fidelity, we know firsthand how hard realtors work to provide excellent service for your clients. And we know that from negotiating deals to managing endless details, you're constantly looking out for your client's best interest and ensuring that they get the best value possible. And that's why Fidelity Home Warranty is here. We help protect your clients' investments and help them save money when unexpected repairs happen. And that's why Keller Williams Southwest chose us as the preferred home warranty for the brokerage. At Fidelity, we have some of the highest dollar limits in the industry that can significantly help save money for your clients. Like with our air conditioning coverage, Fidelity has no limit on number of units covered. We have no limit on repair and replacement and no dollar cap on Freon. Water heaters, we have no limit on number of units covered. No dollar limit on repair and replacement. Appliances, we cover up to $5,000 per covered appliance. And because Fidelity has stronger coverage, that means fewer costly surprises and more peace of mind for your buyers. And just as you pride yourself in providing great service for your clients, so do we at Fidelity. Our dedicated service team is committed to make the process easy and smooth for you and your clients. So please remember Fidelity Home Warranty on your next transaction. We can assist on resale, new construction, and current homeowners. And yeah, before your clients get your house key, connect them with Josh and Sharon Gazowski.
Look at that. Look at that.
Thank you.
I love it. Josh never says that. Like
no, Josh doesn't say that.
Josh, who? Like, yeah, I know, right? It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you, Sharon. Awesome. Well, I hope that was a good one for y'all. Go make it powerful. Again, reminder, start stretching out, right? Be ready for next Wednesday. Make sure you register for that, guys, so then Brandon and whoever else is helping him out can put you all on teams, okay? For those of you here, enjoy your lunch. The rest of you, make it a good one. Don't forget to be here next Tuesday. 6 Personal Perspectives.